We'll get started in 1 minute. 1 minute. Alrighty. So today, first of all, I want to thank everybody for stopping by, checking out this video. I know some people on the East Coast is going on fast, so you know, people on their way home from work. Some people still at work, so if they're interested, they'll catch it later. If the Spirit lead them to this, so be it. If not, it is what it is. So today, I kind of got a heavy message today. This one was kind of heavy. I usually don't do messages like this, but this one has just been in my spirit to, you know, I guess put into the world. So for me, I choose to be obedient about it and put it out there. What I want to talk to you about today is consequences. Consequences. Before we get into what a consequence is, let me start off by saying there are many different types of consequences, okay? There are positive consequences, there are negative consequences. It's something called happenstance, which means you're at the wrong place at the wrong time. That's a consequence of being there. Something negative happened to you, or something positive happened to you because you was at the right place at the right time. But there also is other types of consequences, such as karma. Karma. Some people say karma is real, some people say karma is not. You could look at nature and see karma is real. If you look at the hyenas and you look at the lions, they on the same turf. If some hyenas attack a lion, what is the consequence that they brought upon themselves? To get attacked by lions. Ta-da! Therefore, that's karma. That's their karma for doing it, especially if they ain't got the right numbers to beat the lion. That's the type of consequence I want to talk about today. So, as a base definition, without looking it up, you could pretty much say a consequence is something that happens after behavior. In the behavior world, you have antecedents, which is the things that happen before behavior. You have the behavior, you know, how they react to the antecedent. Then you have a consequence. You have what happens. It could be good or bad. We already talked about a bad consequence. Let's talk about a good consequence. It's your spouse's birthday. You buy them a birthday cake, take them out to dinner, buy them an outfit. They enjoyed it. They had a good time. Y'all had fun. The consequence at the end of the night, you and your spouse gonna have some fun. She's happy. She's smiling. She appreciates it. She holds that memory, or he holds that memory for himself about his birthday for the whole year to the next one. That's a positive consequence. Because you did something good for them on their birthday, they might think about the positive gesture all year long and cook you meals, do your laundry, wash your car. That's a consequence of just one of your actions, or could be. So I'm saying that to say this. A lot of the consequences or things that happen in our lives is due to our behavior for the most part, or how we react to something in our life, which is still behavior. It's still what we would do. But I want to go a little bit deeper today. I want to go deeper. I want to talk about the consequences as far as what's happening in society right now. Let's take this back to the Egyptian days, the ancient times, when melanated people were prosperous. In Egypt, I'm just talking about Egypt. You could say Sudan as well. If you want to go real in depth about it, there's other people that teach heavily in depth about Egypt. So you could go check them out, find them on your own. Just type in Egypt and what was happening in those ancient times, or Kemetic times, or whatever. But I just want to start there as a launch pad. Launch pad. In the Egyptian days, melanated people, we're not just talking about money. We were more in tune with our environment. I'm not just talking about the stars and the sun and the deities or the gods they created to deify nature. I'm talking about we were literally in tune with our environment. The Nile River flooded certain times a year. They knew what they had to do with their crops to be successful. The black dirt that they used that to build things, to grow things, because it was full of nutrients, because the nutrients would come from other bodies of water and go into the Nile, mixed together with the mud and the animals, and it made the black dirt or the black mud have super nutrition in it for plants. They used the black mud for huts. They used it for a lot of things. Copper. They didn't have iron over there at the time. They had to import that. And all the other resources they had, like turquoise, which is a stone, lapis, which is a stone, gold, for sure gold, Mansa Musa, all them other people in Egypt had a lot of gold. You could look at Egypt and the pyramids, but in Africa it was tons of gold all over. It was different rulers in different parts of Egypt that was in tune with their environment to use their resources. And what they did was use those resources to trade with other countries to build wealth. Once they built wealth, it wasn't just about building it and hoarding it. They used that to build their families and to allow their families to expand as well. Now, when we talk about wealth and being in tune with your environment, back in the Egyptian days, they had to figure out what was valuable and what was not. I mean, if you look today, the evidence of their value, one of the main things is their ability to create their own language, which what they were thinking, they were able to communicate it the way we are, but on a higher level. They would use a lot of pictures. Those pictures meant multiple things, and when you put those pictures together, they meant something else. So they actually had to use their mind to conceptualize or to figure out what those pictures meant to them on a personal level. They would leave the evidence of what they needed to know on rocks. For us, it's in books. How many people you know really read books right now? I mean, seriously.